We don't really have anything to recap because nothing
out.
Is. Yeah, the only thing, and only Nina has seen this, is Miraculous Ladybug premiered, and Nina, give us your thoughts on the air.
It's very much for kids. It's very corny, but like in the best way. I do like it a lot. I just can't watch too much of it at a time because I do get kind of bored with the whole I have this crush on this boy, I can't tell him wait. Like, it's, But I understand that I'm not the primary audience. There's a lot of cool things that it does. The animation is very good for CGI television, and I really like the character designs. They're actually pretty clever. Like, all the villains look really cool. They make great toys. So, thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. And there was also Long Live the Royals, which none of us have seen. It's the this year's late fall Cartoon Network miniseries. I haven't seen it make much impact, so I don't think it's going to be able to hold a candle to Over the Garden Wall, which is a pretty tall order to begin with. But we'll definitely check it out and report back. If it's good enough, we'll do an episode on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tired. Okay. So yeah, since we don't have any recaps, I guess we'll just jump right into shoutouts. Let's start with a nice Christmas question sent to us by Josh. Hello, Goonsters. Since Christmas is right around the corner, I thought I'd ask a question that's in the spirit of the season, which is, what's your favorite animated Christmas specials? Movies, TV specials, Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, whatever. Whatever you find yourself watching or remember with that warm feeling that only Christmas can bring. And they said that theirs was the Foster's Home special, the Ed, and Eddie Jingle Jingle Jangle.
That's a good one.
Which is really good. And of course, Rankin Bass.
Right. You got it.
For me, it's definitely Hey Arnold Christmas special.
Yeah.
Always really stood out to me as a kid, more than any of the other ones, because it was like, we talked about it in our Hey Arnold episode a lot, but it's a fantastic special. What about you guys?
My favorite was the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Christmas special. It was really good. It was a really interesting plot, and it wasn't like it wasn't just like,
that was the one with
Gilbert Gottfried as Santa.
Gilbert Gottfried and also Clockwork Orange actor guy.
Oh, Malcolm McDowell as
Yeah,
the head vampire. I forget his name, and he was really great in this one. And the most baffling thing about the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Christmas special, ending credits, Round and Round by Rat.
My God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like
I just spat everywhere because that's so weird.
Like, if I ever meet Maxwell Adams, that's the one thing I'm going to ask him. I'm like, what was your reasoning, and how did you get there? Like, why did you put the rights to Round and get the rights to Round and Round to play in your Christmas? What?
If Guitar Games are any indication, they were giving the rights of that song away.
I mean, he had like a relationship with Voltaire, that singer-songwriter.
Yeah, they're not from the same era. Rat was a hair metal band, and it was one that nobody remembers.
But it's just like it was such a weird thing. I mean, it's a good one, but it's not Christmas. I loved it though. Billy and Mandy is my favorite everything. One of my favorite Halloween ones is also the one with the Billy Mandy, the first Billy Mandy one with Jack. That's a really good one with Wayne Knight.
I can't even go to the Ding Dong grocery store to buy pudding!
Classics. Cranking out those classics. But Nikki, what was yours?
I've been trying to think of like an all-time favorite. I do want to bring up this year's Bob's Burgers Christmas special. It has one of the best jokes, one of the best puns that the series has ever had. Do you want me to say it on the air? Because I won't fuck it up.
Sure.
In this episode, the kids piss off a mall Santa at a Sharper Image by forcing him out of the massage chair by being horrible because they're horrible children.
Oh, I did see this one.
So then he reveals that he's the mall Santa. He's like, I'm going to let the real Santa know you're bad. And then the three of them, mostly Louise, scheme to try to win him over. And it culminates in an ice show that they do at the mall, because there's like that fake frozen pond in front of the Santa village. And they're going to do it on Christmas Eve, and they're like, we need some skaters. Does anyone know where we can find some skaters? And Teddy's like, oh, I can ask some of the guys from my hockey team if they want to do it. On Christmas Eve, Teddy? Well, yeah, it's an all-Jewish league. We're called the Mighty Schmucks.
Don't tell him I'm not Jewish.
Please don't tell him I'm not Jewish. Yeah. And then later it's like, who's working the lights? A couple of schmucks.
God,
schmuck is my favorite.
It's a good word.
I've been using schmendrick a lot recently.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It's the deeper cut version of schmuck.
It has the same consonants.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's great.
It's mandatory viewing. The moon demands it.
If you haven't seen that, you should see it.
Yeah.
I won't judge you.
They should just project it on the moon.
Yeah. While we keep going, I'm going to try to think of an all-time favorite Christmas special.
Okay. Julia sent us an email talking about how we mentioned Prince Ahmed and Lot Reininger in our previous episode. Not the interview one, but the one before that, or maybe it was. I don't remember which episode it was. But the fact that she's a huge inspiration to Rebecca Sugar. And apparently in a future episode, they're going to sort of do an homage to Lot Reininger's silhouette animation style.
Oh, wow.
Which is very exciting.
I hope that's a true thing.
Yeah. No, it is true.
Oh, okay, good.
Mary Sue did an article about their favorite female creators, and they interviewed some people. And at the very bottom, they talked about Rebecca Sugar, who talked about Lot Reininger, and said that there's an episode called The Answer that's going to have that art style featured.
Becky, you're killing me with these titles. Every time. I forgot. It's been so long I forgot.
I don't even know what we're answering anymore. I'm just like,
The panging of my soul.
I guess Flame Master thought we were pretty harsh to the bronies.
I don't remember. I don't remember what we said though. But no,
it was something that you said, Tooch.
Oh,
let's be fair.
Yeah. Nah, they're fine.
They've dealt with worse.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. If I ever call somebody a brony, I don't just mean if you're super into My Little Pony, then I don't consider you that. You got to differentiate yourself once the fandom becomes that entrenched in horseshit. You got to draw a line and pick a side. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't the case. I super think it's unavoidable though.
Yeah, you can still love the show and be male and not be a brony.
I watched the season finale not long ago. It was super weird and over the top like they always are. It's completely atonal with the rest of the show.
Also, Bugberry had some opinions about stakes and, gave their input about what happened to the humans. They don't think that the humans we saw in the special became the humans. And also...
I think really the animal hat ties them together. But there are presumably multiple bands of humans, because keep in mind, Finn was born on a boat, presumably a boat like this, but we would have seen Martin being an asshole hanging around there if he was there. Probably.
Yeah.
That would have actually made the thing too dense. It's possible he was on that boat. I think could go either way.
But he probably just shagged Finn's mom and left. We're talking about Martin.
Yeah, they wouldn't have fucked on the boat. I don't know if unless they're on that boat for most of a year.
I just assumed that was a super long time ago, even before Martin.
Yeah,
oh yeah, actually, the math doesn't make sense.
No, absolutely
no.
Yeah. He's not though. Yeah.
But it's possible that they left Ood, they settled somewhere. Maybe they expanded. They kept the animal hats. And some of them became the mutant humans. Some of them became whatever, Finn's parents were. Yeah, he's right, because, that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Also, they were surprised that we didn't bring up JoJo when we were talking about tarot cards.
The vampire hunting tarot cards, and each episode dedicated to fighting a single enemy says it's basically Stardust Crusaders.
It very much is. I mean, because I know you guys haven't seen it, so, like, I'm not thinking about it. Like, that's one of the few occasions I'm not considering JoJo is when I'm doing this show, for your guys' sake. Otherwise, I'll just be dropping all sorts of hot references that you're just gonna think I'm making out-of-nowhere musical references that don't sync up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Bugberry also had, they weren't as into the Everything Stays Aesop, though they felt it made sense for Marceline's character, but they felt it was sort of off being so far into the series, because, you know, the show's been going on for so long, and, like, I don't know, I kind of disagree. I feel like it has the impact it has because the show has been going on for so long. I don't think it would have worked if it was only the show was only a couple seasons short, you know?
Yeah. You're very articulate with your point, like, so I also disagree, but very respectfully. I feel like the status quo maintenance here is sort of a contrast to what we saw in a lot of the last 2 seasons where everything is moving forward. And this is sort of a reminder that sometimes stuff stays the same. I think that as a contrast, it works very efficiently. But I can understand it not sitting with you. Like I think I said in that episode, I wasn't a big fan of it until I dwelt on it a bit.
Yeah. At Duffy A sent us a video about Weta Workshop, which is the coolest. They are the coolest people. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
At Fat and Nerdy says, have you guys thought about doing an episode on Netflix's 7 Deadly Sins?
Actually, I brought it up. I'm not sure. It's a really fun shonen series. I just don't think there's enough to necessarily talk about, because it is, in terms of just the story beats and the plot and the setting, it's like, okay, this is definitely a fantasy anime taking a lot of Western hints. The only reason I watched every single episode and reading the manga is because, like, everyone on that show is really cute and adorable. In, like, a different way, too. You've got a little adorable man, like a giant muscular man who's a big doof, like a 50-foot tall giant woman who's just like this really cute lady, and it's like it's just really great. So there's a talking pig.
I don't know. Sounds like that's a lot to talk about.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess it just meant like there's other anime we could do, because we do try to pick and choose our anime, because otherwise, like, every now and again we'll just be like, oh fuck, we did like a bunch of anime in a row, like,
yeah.
So we gotta.
We don't want to do too much anime,
because one of my friends was like. Oh yeah, I want to check out your podcast. Like, what? Do you just do anime? And I'm like, no. God damn it.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
But
oh boy.
But yeah, like I'm a fan of it. It's really fun. But I don't know. We might get to it. But it is on Netflix, and I do recommend it if we never do to know that much.
Snack Barbarian sent us some pretty cool YouTube videos. One of it's sort of like a behind the scenes about Star Wars Clone Wars, and then like some really cool Star Wars fan animation. Thank you for that. That stuff was pretty cool. We got a lot of asks on our Tumblr, which I answered, but we got a really cool, like, in-depth reading of all the tarot card symbolism and stakes, which I thought was excellently put together. I really enjoyed reading it. You guys should check it out. You know, and then, like, asking us how long we wait to record after a news story comes out. We don't record as soon as a news story comes out and posts it. We're kind of slow on the
Except
uptake.
for Samurai Jack.
Except for Samurai Jack, but that was a coincidence.
That was complete coincidence.
Otherwise, you guys would have had to wait until this episode to hear about that story.
That would have been bad on our part.
Dumbos.
We
would have just not talked about it.
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows. It would have been really embarrassing.
I'm sorry if we talk about stuff that's like old news to you guys. And with this 24-hour news cycle, it's really hard to keep track unless you're constantly putting stuff out. And sometimes a week is too long.
Yeah.
It really is. But, you know, if you come across any stories you want us to talk about, send them to us. You know, we'll check them out. Bugberry also... Oh, yeah, Bugberry... These were messages sent to my Ask on my personal Tumblr. So it's just like crossing of the streams, I guess. But they said, I was curious if you've heard of the Monogatari series, starting with Bake Monogatari. It's definitely no stranger to fan service, but it's also interesting in some unexpected ways. Being a Shaft show, it shares some voice actors with Madoka and has the same director.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Me and Nikki have heard a lot about this show from our friend and my co-host on Metrospective, Devin. He's a big fan of the series and the whole franchise, and he even bought like one of the translated books, like it's picked up enough speed to where like the original novels are getting localized. And he picked that up like today, I think, and he was super proud and happy. I have yet to check it out. He describes it as like there's a lot of surreal kind of like art housey stuff going on in terms of the cinematography and stuff. A lot of dialogue that seems to go nowhere, and with visuals happening on the screen that don't match up. You know, that kind of bullshit that you see all the time, but not in a bad way.
Studio Shaft.
Yeah,
essentially.
So I mean, so it sounds cool. But, you know, like, I don't... Your mileage may vary when it comes to anime fan service, and this is another one of those series that a lot of people claim, like, oh, well, you know, it's for an effect and it's done on purpose. And it's like, and then you get into the whole argument that we always have, and it's like, well, yeah, but how far can you take that until it becomes the thing you're trying to put light
poor
on?
Porpoise didn't ask for all this fan service to be done upon it.
And so it just becomes that thing. So like, I mean, if I've been wanting to try it out, if for no other reason than, you know, because Devin will keep asking me until I do. Not that I don't want to, but it's like I got a lot of stuff on my plate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is on our radar to some level. A lot of stuff is.
There's a lot of stuff on our radar, but yeah, we're not dismissing it by any means.
Oh no.
They also ask us if we'd consider doing an episode about a game that features voice acting and hand-drawn animation, as opposed to a TV or a show. And they cite the new game that the developers of Skullgirls are working on. Now, Nikki has voiced in the past his disdain for Skullgirls. Don't take it personally if you like Skullgirls. Nikki is kind of a fighting game
if you
snob.
voice acted on Skullgirls.
Yeah.
I met people who voice acted on Skullgirls and Anime X, and I had to pretend I had never heard of it. They're talking about Indivisible.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were going to talk about Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead.
It seems more. We can do an episode on Cuphead.
Yeah. Indivisible. The thing about Lab Zero, the studio who made Skullgirls and this new game Indivisible, is that Skullgirls demonstrated that they can't write for shit because they couldn't even write a fighting game, the easiest kind of game to write. All you have to do is make likable characters that are like really fun and everything, and they couldn't do that. And now they're trying to write a JRPG, and it's going to be a disaster.
The opinions of one Nikki Bolton are not necessarily shared by the entire production team of the Toon Goons. Hashtag disclaimer.
Absolutely.
Asterisk disclaimer.
Hashtag disclaimer. Nikki's a fighting game snob.
If it turns out to be great, yeah, maybe. I mean, here's the thing about Lab Zero games, what I will give them credit for, they have a very striking visual design, and the individual animations are really well done. They're just not melded into gameplay very well.
And
we'll see.
Indivisible has that same problem, too, from the demo I saw, because you're constantly looking at an ATB meter at the bottom of the screen. First of all, it's 2015. We're still doing active time battle. That's cool and great. But you're mostly looking at that meter and not at the animations that are going on. Like, 9 of them are going on at the same time. It's kind of hard to read. Doesn't read as poorly as Skullgirls, but still.
But Cuphead, we might do Cuphead. That might be harder to do because with a game, you have to have the console to play it.
It's gonna get a Steam release.
We can also watch a Let's Play.
But
I want to play it anyway, regardless. So like, I'll at least have played it. I might not be good at it. It looks like a hard game.
I think it's a bullet hell.
Really hard.
I think it's a bullet hell by way of Mega Man X.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a bullet hell platform.
Nikki, I'm not good at either of those things you said.
Neither am I.
Nikki,
just come to my house and I'll play it. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll do a Let's Play that I'll upload privately on our channel just for you guys to watch.
God.
And our last bit of news, which is very exciting, and I found out about it today, but Cranky Hermit got the ball rolling and created a wiki page for our show.
Yeah! We're moving up in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's still under construction, but you're welcome to check it out.
They've got an intro page and a list of our episodes.
Yeah. I really got a kick out of, like, the honorable mentions for each episode. Like, first time, use this. Introduction of the hashtag bring back unlock Pepper Ann and stuff. I was like, aw. My
favorite note was for our Comic-Con episode, because it's like we sort of abandoned that as an official episode. So the note is, this one is titled as Not 7. I forgot I did that.
Yeah. So you guys it's on Wikia, the wiki.
Yeah, it's the toongoons.wikia.com. If you search Toon Goon Wiki, the first thing that will show up is something from a Toontown wiki that apparently exists. But, oh man, did you guys know Box Trolls was the first movie that we did? We did 13 episodes before we did a movie.
What?
We're insane.
We were intense.
We're
now
dumb.
All we do are movies.
We're really dumb.
But yeah, check it out, contribute, have fun. Just remember that we're people, not characters. But yeah, that's super cool, and thank you so much for doing that. That's super awesome.
You can get weird with me. I don't care. Leave these two out of it.
I mean, within reason, you know.
Well, I mean, it's a wiki. It's fact-based, so I don't think that's what this is for.
Yeah.
Tooch, you don't have a page yet.
If we, I don't think. Do you two have a page?
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
We do?
Yeah, there's a page that says. I don't know how much is on it, but Nikki and Nina are blue links and Tooch is a red link.
Fucking get on that! What are you doing?
When I checked it at work today, I didn't see any.
Yeah, I checked it.
Yes, in the opening paragraph of my wiki page, the final sentence, he once got a minor concussion from being headbutted by his dog Gnocchi. Yes!
Okay, we're reading our own Wikipedia articles now. Wiki articles now. Let's move on.
The Toon Goons.
Or not.
Okay, I'm gonna minimize this because it's my whole day. Nina and I are leaving for Colombia next week, but we are going to do an episode on The Good Dinosaur later this week. Tooch is going to edit that. It's going to come out at some point. I'm going to crank this one out as soon as possible. You know you're going to get this one within a week because I'm leaving the GD country. We keep putting off Good Dinosaur. We've got to watch it. It's not next
I watched it.
Next month is Japanuary. It's not going to make any sense to talk about this movie in February.
Nah.
So we're going to do
Unless
that.
we do a dinosaur month.
No.
We're not doing a theme month for February. We're not doing that.
Nope.
We were gonna, and then I'm like, we've done theme months since June.
Yeah, my bad. That's my fault.
I mean,
no, we got
into
into
it.
It.
Happened accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys like theme months, or would you rather keep it loosey goosey?
Yeah.
I'm willing to.
We like
to.
Part of it is we like to get into like seasonal spirits, like.
Also, theme months give us an anchor for what to do, because otherwise we have the entire history of animation to choose from.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also going to tell you right now, October is not going anywhere. I don't care if you guys hate it. We will always do that.
I love
it.
October.
No, I'm saying our listeners, if they hate it, which it seems weird because I think that's some of our best stuff, but if they don't like that, they can fuck off. That's staying forever. We are going to have to skip a week in December. It's just, we won't be able to record one. But there will be one that will go to air while we are away. Then it's Japanuary. We're doing Spirited Away, Cromartie High School, One Punch Man, and something else to be determined. The order is also to be determined, but probably starting with Spirited Away, considering we'll have just gotten back from a vacation. I'm actually going to say that it definitely will. That's a good way to start the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to contact us and get a shout out on the show, you can email us at thetoongoons@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at the Toon Goons. All three of us have a Twitter. Nina just started hers. Mine is at Nikki the Rat.
Mine is at Ninny and Itchy.
Mine's at Mike Tooch. One word.
Mine's one word.
Yeah.
There are links on our Tumblr site.
The wiki has our Twitters and Tumblrs also.
Not mine.
I don't know if And I don't know.
This is brand new because I just linked my Twitter on our page today.
So maybe they're making the Tooch page right now.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, they haven't made my page. It's just my page.
It's just blank with a info box.
Yeah, you guys have to help Cranky Hermit. They're only one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also help with the Reddit.
Yeah, the Reddit's doing great too.
I mean, we can't edit the Wikipedia. That's
weird.
Nope.
Like on actual wiki, if they trace your IP and find out that you edited your own page, they'll delete it.
Oh my god, I just actually read the homepage. The Toon Goons is a weekly podcast featuring siblings Nikki and Nina and their friend Tooch.
And
all right.
you're on, Tooch.
Sorry, Tooch.
We're also on Tumblr, which is the toongoons.tumblr.com, which has an archive of all our episodes. You can also find that archive on SoundCloud if you search for us. We're also on iTunes. You can find us by searching, and Nina made a Facebook page. I think you just searched that. I don't know how Facebook works. Haven't been on in 3 years.
Yeah, it's the Toon Goons podcast or whatever.
And like we said,
it'll get you pretty far.
Yeah, like we said, we've got this fan-made wiki and a fan Reddit, which is r/Toon Goons. The wiki is thetoongoons.wikia.com.
Go nuts!
What are you doing for Metrospective, Tooch?
This time on Metrospective, we're coming out of Govember, but talking about a very closely related thing. We're going back to a Getter Robo manga. We're doing Shin Getter Robo, which technically didn't come after Getter Robo G, which was the last one we talked about. But Devin wants to do them in chronological order as opposed to published order. But fine. But it's a good time. We recorded it forever ago. But then we decided to do Govember, so now it's finally coming out. So, yeah. It's gonna be good.
I like that my title is Host, Lead Researcher.
Lead as in only.
But yeah, everybody go check out Metrospective.
Yeah,
it's Tooch. You love Tooch.
It's Tooch and Devin. We talk about robots. Metrospective.tumblr.com.
You love Tooch. You love robots. Therefore, you'll love this podcast.
Yep. And I'll talk more about the other podcast I'm on once it happens.
Once it's a real thing.
Me too. Once I make one.
Make a dog podcast.
I would love to, because the Monster High podcast that exists is terrible. Or at least the one that I know about. I also love that in the wiki, Cranky Hermit suggested that somebody write a page all about gnocchi, or an extensive list of every episode Nikki has mentioned Guilty Gear.
On the thing, I guess that this is still being worked on. They want the episode list to include every gag I've ever made about my name. Good fucking luck. Godspeed.
That's not that hard. You just listen to the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I guess, but still, it's like, that's tedium that I didn't expect this early.
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
How do you think you get all these goofs down?
I guess.
People go through that stuff.
I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
And I'm Tooch.
And thank you for tuning in.
Watch out for the Krampus.